ما أريد من هذا الشعب إلا أن يزيد في الحمد والشكر إلى الله عز وجل، ويزيد من محبة الوطن، ويزيد من العمل ومضاعفة العمل لما يسعى فيه من خير له وللدولة والأهل. هذا اللي أنا أدوره من الشعب، وربنا إن شاء الله يوفقنا جميعا على ما يحب ويرضى.
Thanking them from since 1997 actually, and that's where I've been here for, it feels like, we just came, and it's been like almost 28 years on and off, or 29 years on and off, and many, many more years to go. We feel home, and the leaders of the UAE has really supported us in this most difficult time that was totally unexpected, and we never anticipated, like many other people in the country obviously. But I always say, in the hospitality industry, when I used to work for hotels, when a guest has perfect satisfaction, they don't have any interaction with the hotel staff. But then when they have a challenge, when the hotel staff actually interacts with them, builds a rapport, and makes sure the service recovery is really done properly, then the guests choose the same hotel chain over and over again, because this relationship. Now our relationship with the country has just got stronger from what has happened in the recent couple of months. So thank you very much.
Hello everyone. Making a meaningful impact on your community or society by leading a whole company. In today's episode, we are here to learn more from Ms. Priya, the founder and a director of AURIGA. Hi, Ms. Priya.
Hello, thank you for having me.
First, we are happy to have you.
Ahlan wa sahlan.
Ms. Priya, before we begin our main conversation, we would like to know more about you as a person, your academic background, and your all experience, the things which you did to be who you are today. Thank you.
Thank you for having me once again. I'm coming from the roots of hospitality from when I was a kid, from India, with a lot of dreams. 1997 I came. So I started my career in 1997. I came here as a receptionist in Nadi Dubat Quat Al Musallaha. So now it's called as Earth, a very prestigious property in Abu Dhabi. I had the opportunity of working there for 12 years, and then worked with Anantara for their first pre-opening in 2008. I went to different countries, worked for hospitality, and then it was my dream to have my own company, to have a one-stop shop solution. And that's when I started AURIGA in 2015 with some like-minded individuals. And this is where we are after 11 years.
I'm sure a journey full of challenges. Let us know who supported you in this journey.
To begin with, it was my family, my husband, my kids, my sister, my cousins, all gave me a lot of encouragement. And then we started with some like-minded people where we've grown. I started alone with one table and one chair, and today we have, under the portfolio of AURIGA, we have 80 full-time employees and consultants who bring projects together in the last 11 years. Apart from family, we had very good people in the industry itself, and I'd like to thank Fareeq Mohammed Hilal Al-Kabi and Ms. Sheikha Al-Kabi from Earth, who always supported people to pursue their dreams. And they always, like part of our extended family, always letting us to achieve and follow our dreams. You know, coming as a foreigner to this country, we've had a lot of people who's actually helped us to go forward. So we've got a lot of other friends and family who's been very supportive in this journey. I could just have a beautiful network and a support system that I can just pick up the call and ask for help, and it's there, and likewise they can pick up a call to me, and I'll make sure that we support each other. We've built a very beautiful community in this country where we call this home for the last 29 years on and off. My kids, they were born and raised here. So basically our challenges also helps us to identify the opportunities. So we had beautiful clients who helped us to deliver very nice projects in the UAE, and those clients have now become friends and family as well. And then we have also employees who has built a company, because sometimes you have challenges, but also these opportunity helps us to find the right people who will take us to this journey of growth.
Exactly.
So this is a great opportunity to thank them all.
The thanks goes to you as well for making this meaningful impact in the community. Speaking about AURIGA, today AURIGA completed more than 10 years in the industry. What services does it provide? So initially, when I started back in 2015, I started alone with a group of, then we grew. So we had like one-stop shop, right? So we used to outsource pretty much everything. So if you have a concept in mind, it could be food and beverage, it could be office space, it could be a retail. So we will bring the project to life, bringing all the elements that's needed, whether it's architectural design, MEP design, or when it comes to implementation, we do financial feasibility to make sure value engineering is part of the, the whole sequence of services, to make sure whatever budget you want to do, we will also advise what budget you need to bring your project to life. Of course. So it's mostly focusing on consulting services.
It's consulting, but we have also a big fit-out division that we selected very carefully, our subcontractors for the last 8 to 9 years. They are like our extended part of our team. So we bring the projects together, whether it's civil, MEP, joinery, all of this we do as well.
That's great. As a founder and a director, do you deal with the people directly?
Absolutely, I'd love that.
So speaking about dealing with the people, you are dealing with different people, nationalities, mindset. So how you can balance between this and the success of the company?
So people are the, let's say, our strength, and sometimes they become our challenge also, right? So it's not easy. We all come from different backgrounds, different cultures. I always tell this to our team members. So we coming from the same family, sometimes we have difficult decisions that needs to be done in the own family, and sometimes as brothers and sisters in the old family, we sometimes don't agree with each other. Now we are in a company where there is multicultural people coming from all parts of the world, and we get to get a project together, be it a client, then it comes from our stakeholders. When we say it's a project, there are several stakeholders who needs to be in the project. Of course, beginning from the client itself sometimes have more than one decision maker in the project. And then we look at the funding authorities, then we look at the government sectors to make sure the licensing project is done. And then we coordinate with the landlord to take up a space, for example. Then we have our subcontractors, then we have our team members, then we have several other parties that is not directly under us, but for me, I'm a people person, right? I like to get into direct contacts with people. So there is no, as much as possible, if there is no middle people, half the communication errors will be, will be overcome. So to answer your question, yes, we've got, in this journey of 11 years, we've seen good, bad, and the ugly that we say in the business. But it's been tough, especially since COVID times.
Of course.
Because when you think, oh, okay, COVID is over, we just overcome, then as something else comes. In business, sometimes you have to expect the unexpected.
Exactly.
And then when now we turn around and we say, oh wow, 2025 was a beautiful year for us. And when we were about to begin with a lot of hopes for 2026, there seems to be a little bit of a slowdown, but I am very positive under any given circumstances. Our country here will bounce back even better than before, because after COVID, our company grew double-fold.
Which is a great impact.
Yes, which is it was beautiful,
Exactly.
right? To actually go back, and it's the same right now. We're very, very positive. I think we are one of those companies who are very less impacted.
Yeah.
So thanks to the government who's been looking after us very well during. We always say when there is a challenge, that's when we actually know the reality of the people that we are with, and this
Exactly.
challenge has just made us stronger to believe.
Exactly. So speaking about the challenges, now I was coming to the question which says that today the company is more than 10 years. I'm sure there is many challenges which you are facing as a consulting companies. Let's speak about the main challenges and how AURIGA today is keeping up with them.
It's very hard to say which is the main challenge because there are so many things that come up totally unexpectedly.
Exactly.
For us, the first challenge is people coming to us, leaving, copying our templates, which we took a long time, you know. I mean, my experience is 30 years in the industry, and whatever I've learned all these years, I've put templates together, created a business model. So we have employees who come, copy paste, take some other clients and just leave. And some of the clients also, unfortunately, they also think, okay, taking one employee from AURIGA will bring my project together.
Exactly.
But by the time they discover, you know, it's not really the actual soul of the whole process, then they do come back. Many of them, they do come back, but the damage is done, right? So we lose a project, we lose the continuity. And also, as I mentioned, I came here with a background, very humble background. I started as a receptionist, and today to reach this level, there's a lot of hard work that's put in. And when you look at the cash flow, sometimes cash flow in our business, we pay ahead most of the time. Like the rent of this office has to be paid ahead. The utilities has to be paid on time. The salaries has to be paid on time. But our clients sometimes have a credit period. So, but at the end of the day, this is a cycle in any part of the world that needs to be, you know, formulated and accepted. So we do our best, what we can do. But over the 11 years, we've learned what to do and what not to do.
What to not focus on, let's say.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes, pretty much.
So today, UAE, or let's say Abu Dhabi in general, it's focusing a lot in AI. And it's the first country who is having a minister for AI. So how you are using AI in the company?
We started with Monday.com as our task management tool and also project management tool as much as possible in delegating tasks to the respective team members and timelines and Gantt charts and everything. Now they've also come up with AI integration with several things.
Yeah.
And this is where we are focusing. We've been it's a journey that Monday.com started about 4 years ago, and this year I can say we use it really well. So AI is definitely needed, and when we say AI, there's a lot of AI is an ocean, right? So
Exactly.
we're not only talking about ChatGPT or other things, but there are much more to learn.
Exactly.
But the human element is very, very important when you look at the integration, what works, because there are so many softwares around us, and the most popular thing may not work with your company. So you have to be very careful what will work with the culture of the organization. Sometimes change is inevitable, but your team, sometimes they don't want to change immediately.
Exactly.
So you have to find the most user-friendly integration and get it done.
Ms. Priya, you have started this company, we can say from the zero, and now it's completed, mashallah, more than 10 years. So what is the vision? How you see the company next 10 or 20 years from now?
I wanted an early retirement plan, let's say, at least semi-retirement plan. However, I love what I do, and I have seen how the company has grown. Initially, when I started, there were certain revenue streams that I never dreamt of became my major revenue streams today, because of what is needed in the market, right? Because it's all about supply and demand. It's not only what I want to do, but what the market needs. We want to fulfill that, you know, that then it becomes a business that is a requirement, and it's not just there for offering only. So coming back to my vision, in the next 5 years, I want to grow the company at least 5 to 6-fold than what we are performing right now, and look at you know, a very big leadership team to kind of take this company to another level.
which is great, and we wish you the best for that.
Thank you.
Speaking about all the years of experience, you are having a lot, more than 30 years of experience. What is your advice now for the younger generation who would like to build their career in the consulting industry?
So for the younger generation, I would like to say you are much smarter than when it comes to work, right? Our generation, we always believed in hard work, hard work, hard work. Sometimes we missed the boat by a little bit of smart work, and you guys have actually showed us the way how working smarter also helps you to follow the dream. So I think it's a combination, it's a balance of hard work, smart work, and also to have this consistency in whatever you want, and you will achieve it.
Thank you for this wonderful message, Ms. Priya. We would like to give you this chance to thank the UAE leadership.
Thanking them since 1997 actually, and that's where I've been here for. It feels like, we just came, and it's been like almost 28 years on and off, or 29 years on and off, and many, many more years to go. We feel home, and the leaders of the UAE has really supported us in this most difficult time that was totally unexpected, and we never anticipated, like many other people in the country, obviously. But I always say, in the hospitality industry, when I used to work for hotels, when a guest has perfect satisfaction, they don't have any interaction with the hotel staff. But then when they have a challenge, when the hotel staff actually interacts with them, builds a rapport, and makes sure the service recovery is really done properly, then the guests choose the same hotel chain over and over again, because this relationship. Now our relationship with the country has just got stronger from what has happened in the recent couple of months. So thank you very much.
We thank you as well, Ms. Priya, for being here and sharing this wonderful story.
Welcome.
We thank our audience as well, and stay tuned for the next success story.